Hello and welcome back, folks, to Undertale Let's Play. This is session number 2, or part 3 if you prefer. So this is the second night of recording. Hope we might get to the end of Undertale. We'll just have to see, or it might require a third part, but hey-ho, recording session. But we'll get there in the end. It's not a massive game. Yes, hopefully the audio quality should be a lot better. I have been listening back to some of the recordings. Part 1's probably going to be a bit janky because, well, Camtasia, well, it sucks. The old versions of it does anyway. It's caused a few issues on my end anyway. Definitely dropped a few frames, I think. So for part 2, I changed to recording on Fraps. That's for the video footage, and for my audio, I'm just letting Magic's Video Edit Pro do my audio, so hopefully it should sound better from here on in. Fingers crossed, part 2 onwards anyway. But you'd already know that because you're watching part 3 now on YouTube. But there you
go. Something's happening.
Yes. Oh, it's the dummy. Too intimidate to fight me, huh? I'm a ghost that lives inside a dummy. My cousin used to live inside a dummy too, until you came along. When you talked to them, they thought they were in for a nice chat. But the things you said, horrible, shocking, unbelievable. It spooked them right out of their dummy. Human, I'll scare your soul out of your body. Okay, mad dummy dummy blocks the way. I'm a dummy for mispronouncing that. I don't know if anything else happens if you decide to actually. I don't know whether you can actually fight him before this. I think this is just like you've got to fight him regardless. So when it gave me the option to like attack him or slap him around, I don't think I've ever chose the other option. All got a good cycle there. Watch where you're aiming your magic attacks. Forget I said anything about magic. And like even if I do try and attack him, I don't think I can do damage to it anyway.
Is this going to ruin the?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, so to. Oh, I see. It's not that you cannot ever use the fight option, just as long as you don't kill anyone.
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yes. But because this particular fight, you can't do damage to him anyway. So that I was just demonstrating that you can try and attack him, but because I'm doing a pacifist run anyway. Oops, crikey, that was a bit messy, but I think I got the job done. Well, not really. No, I didn't. But unless I'm doing a genocide run, as it's known, I don't think I can damage him unless I'm doing a genocide run, so I'm just demonstrating that I can attack him, but it's not going to do anything anyway. I just wanted to...
Wait, but if you are doing a genocide run, how can you fight him if
because
he's
not... I don't want to... If you wanted to play a genocide run yourself, I don't want to reveal it, but...
No. I'm not sure I can...
No, even if you...
Well, pull that off.
The basic gist of it is, you gain, experience points, and which basically powers you up and you level up. And because we're not doing that in a pacifist run, we've got no attack power basically.
Oh yeah.
But because if you decide to actually just go out your way to kill everything, you basically get ridiculously powerful and start destroying things, even ghosts. As this guy actually is. He's just a ghost possessing a dummy or a mannequin or whatever the hell it is. But I've only seen parts of a genocide run, so I can't tell you everything anyway. But I've only seen crucial set pieces and fights and stuff. But I tried a genocide run. I couldn't do it. I stopped at tutorial. I just reset. I just couldn't do it. But yeah, it's after playing a pacifist run or at least a neutral run at least anyway. It's sort of after it's the game telling you, all right, okay, then you've met all your nice friends. Now you got to kill everyone you ever loved and known. Basically, that's what it expects you to do. It's kind of psychotic in a way, because to see all the content of what the game has to offer, you kind of have to play a genocide run. Well,
Yeah.
or you can watch it on YouTube if you're a wuss like myself. But yeah, I couldn't do that. I just it's one of those games where like, no, I don't feel like killing, taking a knife tutorial or killing all the monsters when they're kind of harmless, really. Oh, that was awful.
It's okay.
It's not too bad, this fight, but like it can be a bit of a pain because like you've also got to like aim the missiles at him, and like a lot of them just like missed completely. That was really annoying. The more missiles you hit in one go, the quicker it is you get like past him, basically. So, whoa! Now I've got like missiles to do with. Oh god! I've only got like a little bit of health left. Ooh, no. Oh, I can't believe that. Completely missed. Well, I think he's triggered the next cycle anyway. Who cares? Who cares? I don't need friends. Uh-oh, is he going to lob a knife at me? Whoa!
I'm out of knives.
Out of knives. He only had the one knife. Didn't think that through, did he? Oh, I've done it anyway. That's fine. Forget about it. I'm out of here. Hey, Napster Bluke.
Oh. As soon as I came over, your friend immediately left. Oh no, you guys looked like you were having fun. Oh no, I just want to say hi. Oh no!
Off he goes.
Well, I'm going to head home now. Oh, feel free to come with if you want. But no pressure. I understand if you're busy. It's fine. No worries. Just thought I'd offer.
Think it would be a good idea. Oh no, I think there's a save point anyway, I think, coming up, so I don't need to use a recovery item. There we go.
Hey, my house is up here. In case you want to see. Or in case you don't.
You feel a calming tranquility, you're filled with determination. There we go, right now, because I've saved, I've recovered all my health points, so I don't need to use any items, which is awesome.
Nice. So interestingly, I just took a look at our Let's Play for comparison.
Yes.
And this was like part 10, which meant that it took us about 4.5 hours to get here. So I think we have played this for, what, 2.5 hours now?
Something like that, yes, I think it's a bit more faster paced.
Almost 3 hours, yeah, but it's still safe to say about 2 hours. We're about 2 hours faster.
What? It's a living. So I guess he just lives there outside this house.
Yeah.
This fish house.
But we basically explored everything and just played through it really slowly.
Oh, there's the ducky we see earlier.
Ducky.
But we don't really need to use him. We only want to use him if you want to get back to like an earlier point. But like we don't really need to. Let's just push onwards. But yes, as I was saying, hopefully this recording should be better than part 1 at least anyway, because I've using Fraps, which basically I'm getting the raw feed from the video and I'm recording the audio separately. It's still a bit awkward though, because my headset is, well, the microphone works but the speakers don't, so hence why there's probably going to be a bit of echo in part 1. I'll try and fix it as best as I can. But that's the annoyance of recording Let's Plays over a distance. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Camtasia is a good bit of software, but the older version, at least the one I'm using, Camtasia 8 anyway, doesn't support 60 frames per second. I've looked into that. I think only a very, very recent version of Camtasia supports 60 FPS. I think literally like about 3 months ago they added it in. That's how recent it was.
I must have checked that. I think I checked that in September, so that was like 4 months ago.
Yeah,
now,
so it's
I guess that's why I didn't know about it.
apparently they have like included 60 FPS video export on a recent version of Camtasia. It's a very good program, but as I've said, it separates all the audio for you, which makes it a doddle to use. But looking back on part 1, looking back on the footage, unfortunately, in part 1, I think it's going to be a bit choppy, I think, and there's not really anything I can do about it. It like dropped frames in the original video file, so sorry about that, folks, and it's probably going to be a bit echoey because of the way it was recorded, but we shouldn't have that problem this time around. So yeah, Napster Blue Key. He's like I think he's like a, remember Napster, that program that was out years ago, like the file sharing thing that was popular.
I don't think I've used it.
But have you heard of it? Like I think you've heard of it, and you Napster.
Yeah.
Like wasn't that like taken down years ago, like for piracy, like LimeWire and all that stuff? Like
Yeah.
I think it's like a play on that. So like Napster Bluke is like a play on Napster. I think I'm pretty sure it is. He's supposed to be the Napster ghost, I guess. So and he as on his computer, look, he's clearly sharing, he's pirating music with other ghosts on the internet by the looks of it, according to that anyway. Anything on the television? No.
Oh wow, Napster was founded in 1999.
Wow, that's crazy. Is Napster still a thing now, or is that not around anymore? I really don't know. I know LimeWire's not a thing anymore. Like that sort of thing's like died out when like torrents became more prevalent and stuff like that. But yeah, there's always a risk using LimeWire back in the day when I was a student, like when I was like 11 or 10 years old. You always run the risk of like downloading viruses and stuff like that. So it wasn't always worth the risk. Like, was it really worth downloading that new like a single? Or just you might completely total your computer because if your firewall isn't up to snuff. But
I don't think I heard about LimeWire until I was like 16, 17.
Probably by that time it was like obsolete anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because like it was like torrents were like quite big back. No, sorry, the LimeWire and like P2P software was really hot back in like 20. This is like about 20, maybe like 15 years ago. It was still quite popular, stuff like that. And then like of course like things like torrents, like they're a lot more prevalent. It sort of took over, and then like at least in the UK anyway, over here anyway, like you can still access them, but they're quite difficult to get a hold of now because like they just directly block the links to the sites now. I don't know whether it's the case over where you live, but in the UK anyway, it's quite a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, music piracy aside, that was just an aside because sometimes that's how these videos roll. We go off on a tangent.
Well, let me share then something really interesting here. We used to have a dial-up internet until 2006. Most people
That's
had
quite
dial-up
late,
until
actually, 2006.
2005, 2006. And that's why I didn't know about LimeWire, because nobody was really downloading that much, stuff from the internet, because it was super expensive to download and super slow to use dial-up
I remember
download
dial-up,
videos
56k,
yeah.
56k modem. Oh,
yes.
We take broadband for granted now these days.
And then just everything just exploded in 2006, and everyone had either cable internet or ADSL. Like 2 years later.
Yeah, ADSL is still quite prevalent. If are you on fibre broadband, or are you using like copper broadband still? Or I think we're now on fibre. We've only been on fibre for about a year, but like ADSL is still quite common in the UK anyway, at least. Like because like all our phone infrastructure is like ancient and still Victorian times, basically. So we're still using the old copper wiring for our telephone systems and stuff. So ADSL is quite popular still, but fibre is more common now, thankfully.
I'm not sure actually, but if you just recently transitioned, then I guess we probably have not taken that step yet. But anyway, the internet here is much better than 12, 13 years ago. So
just wanted that music to stop. It was driving me crackers. That was. It's just like, but yeah, it's broadband. We're on. I think we're getting about like 50 meg down. I think, which is pretty damn sweet. That is a good thing. Like that's another tip actually for people who like recording stuff like Let's Plays, especially long distance. Anyway, no, I'll keep that actually for now. I'll put that stick away. I don't need that for now. Bandage, don't need that. I might get rid of some stuff actually. Faded ribbon monster cat. I'll take the monster candy. I've got one slot left, right? But yeah, so if you're trying to like do like stuff like long distance, like recording over Skype or what have you, if you got into Ethernet, go Ethernet wired if you can, because Wi-Fi can be a bit patchy. It always has been, like especially since loads and loads of devices use Wi-Fi now, and like you get interference all the time. So if you can, Ethernet all the way. That way you get the full internet speed. But I don't know if you're using Wi-Fi or Ethernet, but I'm
using Wi-Fi for convenience.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But
just because I live alone, so you know it's not that bad.
But like you probably have, because like you're only by yourself, you got there's not much interference where you are, but around here,
exactly.
There's interference everywhere in this house. So like I just use power line adapters. They're pretty sweet. Just like with an Ethernet switch, but 10 into 1 socket. Probably overloading it to be fair, but
oh, Deltarune.
Yeah.
Deltarune.
Name hint. Yes. Yes. There's a lot of links in. Apparently, Toby Fox was like already wrote the script for Deltarune, the prequel or sequel or whatever, while he was making Undertale, so he already had a world planned out from the start, but for whatever reason I think he decided to make Undertale first before committing to Deltarune. I guess like it was because it was his first major project. That's what I've heard anyway, and you can really tell because Deltarune does link back a lot into like a lot of the dialogue that characters say in Undertale, and then so it is best. That's why I think it's good to play. You don't have to play the Undertale first of all. Of course, it's a standalone game, but it makes a lot more sense if you've got background before committing to it, because like a lot more stuff will make sense, and you'll definitely appreciate it more anyway. So I guess like this Deltarune thing there is supposed to represent like I suppose like it's an allegory for like, like for the like the coming of Jesus or something, like the angel of death, like right there. So it's like it's supposed to symbolise whether monsters get freed or get destroyed one way or the other. Like they'll either be set free from their prison or completely destroyed. I think that there's a lot of metaphors going on in the background. So that's what the Deltarune is referring to. That symbol in the background there. King Fluffy Buns is a friendly, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. If you keep walking around long enough, you'll probably meet him. He loves to walk around and talk to people. Hey, why do I call him Dreamer Fluffy Buns? Oh, that's a great story. I don't remember it, but if you come back much later, I'm sure I'll have remembered by then. I won't dwell too much in here, but because I think we covered most of this already. But like you can speak to him for quite a bit about a little bit more flavour text there. I just want to make sure my audio's recording through okay. I'm hoping it is. Yes, it is. It should be okay. I've set it to DAT. Right, that's fine. Lovely. Right. Hurt, beaten and fearful for our lives, we surrendered to the humans. 7 of the greatest magicians sealed us underground with a magic spell. Anything can enter through the seal, but only beings with a powerful enough soul can leave. There is only one way to reverse this spell. If a huge power equivalent to 7 human souls attacks the barrier, it will be destroyed. More references to the barrier again. But this cursed place has no entrances or exits. There is no way human can come here. We will remain trapped down here forever. I don't know how long the monsters have been down here, but I think like it's quite some time, probably several centuries maybe. But I'm not.
I think it's interesting because if humans forced the monsters to live down here, what happened before?
Yes.
Like when they were living, when everyone was living together.
Okay, Temmie just disappeared. And Aaron, he's around a lot, isn't he? He gets about a bit, doesn't he, Aaron? Doesn't he? Like he's just posing, like waiting for someone. Like he's just come out of the gym, wants to flex his muscles. Go away, bye. Let's go down to the Temmie village.
So, who would you say is your favorite enemy?
In Undertale. Oh, that's a good question, actually. I'll have a think about it when I come out of Tem Village. I can't think with that music in the background. I can't. Yeah, I agree. Should check Tem Shop. So I guess they're kind of like special needs, I guess. I don't know. Is that the joke? I don't really know.
I don't know. Or maybe like internet slang?
Maybe a bit of both. I never quite understood the... I know it's a character that Temmie Chang, like one of the artists who worked on this game, that's her contribution to the game. She appears in this game as these Tem creature cat things, I guess. But I don't know the full story behind these Tem. I don't know. And he was this like mushroom dude. Mushroom dance, whatever could it mean? It symbolises my inner torment, trapped here by my hypha. My struggle to pull away, my struggle to escape, but alas, to no avail. This poor guy's stuck amongst these. There's one in the wall. Feeling of being watched. Tem watch egg will hatch. Tem, proud parent. It's hard boiled. Okay. Statue of Tem, very famous. Very. Humans, such a cute. Well, maybe it's like a play on that thing where I don't know, maybe is it trying to be like that? Is it like an anime trope thing where like it's trying to be like ultra cutesy sort of thing, and it's like taking the mick out of that? I don't know.
Oi, I'm Temmie.
Oi! This is my friend.
This is my friend, Temmie. It sounds a bit. I mean, maybe like Dodge speak.
Oh, like the Doge meme sort of thing. Yeah,
Doge,
maybe.
Yeah.
Or Doge. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like how Doge would speak, you know.
Maybe. Could be a reference to that. Don't forget my friend. Hi, I'm Bob. Just the one. Tem and Bob. Welcome to the Tem shop. I'm not going to do the Tem for college thing. I could do it, but it'll just take too long to grind. I'm not going to do that, and people find that boring, I think. So, did we do it in your playthrough? I don't know. I don't think we did. But what you can do is, I can just basically keep using dog residue, and then like it'll keep respawning, and then it's like an item that keeps dividing itself, and you can keep selling it to Temmie, get 1,000 gold, make her go to university. It's just you get a little bit extra dialogue, but like, there's not much point unless like you really want to get the really high, really powerful armor. But I'm gonna do it without because it'll just take far. It'll take probably about 40 minutes if I were to grind it. So it's.
Oh,
No,
let's not do that.
I'm not gonna do that. But that's the principle anyway. I'm not gonna bother with that. Dog residue can go in the box. I don't need it. It is a good recovery item in its own right. No, actually, I'll use it. I think if I just bring it back out the box. Like if I use it, the rest of your inventory is filled up with dog residue. I think it recovers health, but it like splits into two. And well, if you got empty slots, it will just fill all the empty slots. But I'll just get rid of that. Just the one. I'll keep the one just in case I need it. But yeah, the super armor is only. I'd only go back and get it if like you're really struggling with the game. Some people do, especially in the later stages, because it is, especially the Asgore fight is very difficult, and Sans is stupidly difficult. But that's in the genocide run. But I don't know whether you've seen this Sans fight. If you want to look into it, but like it's brutal, really brutal.
I did not. I can watch it on YouTube later.
But like it's ridiculously difficult. Easily the hardest fight in Undertale. But I've seen people fight against Sans without taking a hit. But like I don't know how they've done it without taking damage. Whoa! This is bad. Oh. I'll take the monster candy. This guy is not. Oh God!
Ooh,
I'm doing really badly. Wow.
But it does seem like a pretty hard fight, to be honest.
And I'm doing very badly as well. Oh no! I thought it was a recovery item. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. No! I'm dead.
Oh no!
Shit! Shit! But that's the first death.
Well, you will not give up, yeah, James?
I remember that completely wrong. I thought it was a recovery item. That was completely mine. But I did save it Tem Village.
It's
so
okay.
I've only lost a few seconds. That's alright.
Yeah, we're just thinking if that was a recovery item, that would be like the best item in the game.
Yes,
because you
yes.
could just use it and then get another one and then use it and
yeah,
get
I
another
completely
one, so.
remember that wrong. That was completely my fault there. It just duplicates itself. The only reason you'd want to have dog residue is like if you want to
do the Tem thing.
Do the Tem thing, like grind for the Tem thing. Yeah, but there's no point.
Tem, yeah.
Really. Right. And I got hit every single time as well. That was really bad, but like that was really difficult. I should have ran away, or used a proper recovery item. That would help. I want to spare this one. Mold small. This is the one that Right, come on. Okay. This one's not too bad. Ah, there we go. I did all right on that one. I think it's because like I didn't spare the first one, and like the hitbox was just there was no room for me to move. Let's unhug it. It appreciates your respect of its boundary. So I guess I was already hugging it then from the beginning. I guess. I think that's the bugger. Seems comfortable with your presence, and I can spare him there. Nice. 20 gold, nice little haul there. But yeah, each time that you die in Undertale, and like the Tem armor, the super armor, gets cheaper to buy each time. So I think that is about like a nice balancing feature. Like if you're really struggling and you want to get the armor, it becomes cheaper each time that you die to actually buy it. So if you really want to get past that part in the game, like you're struggling with, you can come back and get the Temi armor if you want.
Is there a reward for beating a game without dying?
No, not really. It's just to help players that are struggling with it, I think. I don't think there's even any extra dialogue or anything like that, but I can spare it, what sure. I don't think there is. But I could be remembering that wrong, but I don't think there is. I think it's just basically maybe a few extra tiny bits of dialogue that refer to the armour, but That's about it. And also, the super armor is not available to buy in a genocide run as well. So bear that in mind if you ever wanted to do that. Because like you, in a genocide run, you level up and you also get more health. So because I'm doing pacifist, I'll have no more than 20 unless I do the in thing I did showed you earlier. Where I can have 30. That's the max you can have in a normal run.
Yeah.
But in genocide, you get more.
Fight. Yeah, sorry.
But carry on anyway. But that's all I wanted to say anyway.
I want to say, like, so the sense fight is ridiculously difficult, even if your maximum health is increased.
Yes, very much so, because like he's basically scaled with you, and he's got a lot more moves that are a lot more aggressive, and you take poison damage as well if he hits you. So it is not a very good time. And it's easy to get lost in this, it's easy to get lost in this little section. But like I've noticed, I think it's another one of these little patches that Toby's put in. In like version 1, it was like basically this patch was pitch black, and you can easily get lost. But even with the lights completely off, you can still see the ground ever so slightly, so you can still navigate around. I think he changed that in a recent patch. I think again, not just another quality of life thing. Oh dear.
Yeah.
What happens if I go back? Oh. The lighting has changed. Behind you.
Behind you.
I wonder if those echo flowers occur naturally, or can people actually plant them whenever they want and use them for pranks and stuff? 7. Well, unless you want to do this one.
7 human souls. With the power of 7 human souls, our king, King Asgore, Dreamer, will become a god. With that power, Asgore can finally shatter the barrier. And someone is playing Thief 2.
Thief 2.
He will finally
broke these.
Take the surface back from humanity. Give them back, and give them back the suffering and pain that we have endured. Understand, human? This is your only chance at redemption. Give up your soul, or I'll tear it from your body.
Undyne, I'll help you fight. Monster Kid again saves the day. Yo, you did it. Undyne is right in front of you. You've got front row seats to her fight. Wait, who's she fighting? Hey! You aren't going to tell my parents about this, are you? I don't think.
Okay, let's go.
And then he's gone again. You hear a passing conversation. If I say my wish, you promise you won't laugh at me?
Interesting.
You hear a passing conversation. Of course I won't laugh. You hear a passing conversation. Stop breaking it! Stop breaking breaking the illusion. Someday I'd like to climb this mountain we're all buried under. Standing under the sky, looking at the world all around, that's my wish. You hear laughter. Hey, you said you wouldn't laugh at it. You hear a passing conversation. Sorry, it's just funny. That's my wish, too. However, there is a prophecy. The angel, the one who has seen the surface, they will return, and the underground will go empty. Yo! Yo, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I want to ask you something. Man, I've never had to ask anyone this before. Yo, you're human, right? Haha. Man, I knew it. Well, I know it now. I mean, Undyne told me, stay away from that human. So, like, I guess that makes us enemies or something? But I kinda stink at that, so, haha. Yo, say something mean to me so I can hate you, please?
Let's not do that.
Yo, what? So I have to do it? Here goes nothing. Yo, I hate your guts. Man, I'm such a turd. I'm gonna go home now. Yo, wait, help! I tripped. I've never done that before. I don't know whether... I think you can... I don't know whether, like, if you leave it long enough, like, it might bugger up the, pacifist run. Again, that's another thing I haven't looked into, but I didn't want to chance it. That's another little thing I never tried. If you want to hurt my friend, you're going to have to get through me first.
It's probably not going to be a problem.
At least for now, not yet. She's gone. Yo, you really saved my skin. Guess being enemies was just a nice thought, haha. We'll just have to be friends instead. Man, I should really go home. I bet my parents are worried sick about me. Later, dude. Alright. Oh, there she is once again.
7. 7 human souls and King Asgore will become something. 6.
Become God, sorry. 6.
God. That's how many we have collected thus far. Understand? Through your 7th and final soul, this world will be transformed. First, however, as it is customary for those who make it this far, I shall tell you the tragic tale of our people. It all started long ago. No, you know what? Screw it! Who should I tell this story? We're about to die! Ah!
She was going to tell the story, but I think she just couldn't be bothered.
You're standing in the way of everybody's hopes and dreams! Alfea's history books made me think humans were cool! With their giant robots and flowery swordswoman. But you're just a coward! Hiding behind that kid so you could run away from me again. And let's not forget your wimpy goody two-shoes shtick. Oh, I'm making such a difference by hugging random strangers. You know what would be more valuable to everyone? If you were dead. That's right, human. Your continued existence is a crime! Your life is all that stands between us and our freedom. Right now, I can feel everyone's hearts pounding together. Everyone's been waiting their whole lives for this moment. But we're not nervous at all. When everyone puts their hearts together, they can't lose. Now, human, let's end this right here, right now. I'll show you how determined monsters can be. Step forward when you're ready.
Very good. I don't know what kind of laugh is that supposed to be.
I have no idea.
The wind is howling. You're filled with determination. There's the determination again. And the game graciously gives you a save point. It wasn't there before, but it knows this. You might struggle with this one.
And you are most likely going to need it because this is
I think I can do it
really
though.
hard
I
to fight.
think I can do it.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That's it then. No more running away. Here I come.
That's the hint. Yeah, I don't know whether we explained it in. Well, like, we know what happens in this one, but like the hint is, of course, she changes you into a green heart, which means I can't run. But that's the idea of this fight. You got to like run. But I didn't know that. I thought the idea was just to keep like sparing and sparing and sparing, like in previous fights. But no, that's not the thing you got to do. You can challenge her if you're feeling sadistic. It just increases her attack power. But it's not recommended.
As long as you're green, you can't escape.
There you are, there's the hint. You can't escape. There you go.
Unless you learn to face danger head on, you won't last a second against me.
And I do like it changes it up, like I'm fixed. I've just got, I like, she's giving me like a spear, I guess, and I've got to block her attacks. Or at least I think I'm blocking with a spear. I could be.
I remember this being pretty hard, but maybe I am thinking about something else.
It is quite tricky if you don't know what to do. I'll just. Undyne thinks of her friends and pounds the ground with her fists. There we go.
For years you dream of a happy ending.
And the Undyne fight is a very interesting one. Again, there's some fights in the genocide run that you don't ever see in Pacifist. Like the genocide fight of Undyne is very different. And it's very bleak as well. Like the way. Again, I don't want to spoil it too much, but like it's a really harrowing fight. Like the way, if you manage to like finish her off, she dies in the most, most like disturbing way. At least Undertale can display anyway. Like compared to other monsters, like where they just like disappear, but like she sort of melts away. It's like really horrible to watch, and like. But if you wanted to see it on YouTube just to see what I mean, but it is quite a thing to behold, and like I got chills from it. But
wow,
it's like it's one of those where like crikey, O'Reilly, like it's such a you've gone through all that. It is a really hard fight in itself as well, a lot harder than this fight. I can run away now. But if you watch it on YouTube just to get the idea of, if you want to, you don't have to. But It is in the genocide run compared to the Sans run. It's like it really does stand out. But again, I don't know.
You won't get away from me.
Can't get away. I will get away. I'm going to run away.
Yeah, I don't think this is what I had in mind. This is not such a bad fight.
No, it's compared to the other ones. The idea is just to look at where the arrows are pointing rather than where they're coming from, if that makes sense. The direction of the arrow where it's pointing is where you got to, where it's coming from, if that makes sense. Once she starts throwing the gold arrows at you, you got to like pay attention to that. Oof, that one nearly hit me. Get out of the way. Undyne suplexes a huge boulder just because she can. Let's run!
Go, 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 go!
You've escaped from me for the last time. I don't need to use a health item, I think I'm fine.
Alpheus told me humans were determined.
See, like the golden arrow, it was pointing right.
Oh yeah.
But it came from the right and then span round.
I see now what she meant by that.
Ooh, that one nearly caught me out. There we go.
But I'm determined too.
Oh god, oh, that was tricky. I never noticed that before. She's wearing a cross. I've never noticed that before.
Oh yeah.
Ah. So I guess she's a Christian then. Must be. She's wearing a cross.
I guess.
Like the... Must be. Unless I'd noticed it in the other run. Did I notice it in the other run? I can't remember, but... I've only just that just occurred to me. It's like, ah. Interesting. Because like there is references to like stuff from the human world, of course. Like Papyrus has got like his action figures, and Alphys has got a like anime collection. So there's like stuff from the human world trickles down, and I guess that must be one of the artifacts that Undyne has managed to get a hold of, like a necklace with the cross on it. I don't know whether that's like a direct reference to Christianity, but like it might be just a thing that because she likes wearing it, I suppose. But like maybe I'm looking into it too much. But interesting. Come on, Undyne. Yeah.
Die already, you little brat!
Oh God. Ah! God no. Oh God no. That's not as well. You!
That was literally the last one!
Oh, for God's sake,
last
I'm so
arrow.
out of touch on that one. That never happened. Oh, for God's sake. Well, that's wasted 5 minutes, I think. Oh, for God's sake. I wasn't paying attention, I don't think. Right, let's try and get through as quick as I can. That was the last one. I got caught out by that one as well. That was really annoying. Oh, these are the slow ones. I can avoid these easy. Come on. If I was doing a speed run, I'll have to go rip the run. Oh, I've completely ruined it. Start again. Forget it. Oh, for God's sake, I did that too early. Run!
I don't think there are many more stressful things than speedrunning certain games.
No.
Like, that must be crazily stressful.
I like to have a crack at doing like a speed run of a game, but like I wouldn't know what I'd be any good at to do a speed run of. Maybe Super Mario 64 because there's like but again, I've seen the speed runs of that, and like I'll be way outclassed on that. Like the glitches that they pull off on that to get like do
exactly.
like you can get to Bowser with like no stars and stuff like that. I think it's pretty crazy. And there's different categories as well, of course, but like speedrunning takes years and years off your life as well. You have to spend months playing these games just to get vaguely good at them.
Yeah. Even if you want to do a glitchless run, I think it's still incredibly stressful. Just trying to play a game without messing anything up, like let's say you're playing a platformer without messing up one jump.
Yes.
One fight, one whatever.
That's quite a controversial topic, actually, like when it comes to like glitchless and any percent runs, because some people some people don't consider it a proper speedrunning, like if you're using like glitches and stuff like that. But there's their argument where like, well, it was an oversight by the programmer. It was made by the programmers, therefore you should be able to use any like exploit that you can to get like faster times and stuff like that. But yeah, depending on the game and depending on the community, like some people only do glitchless runs. But then there's like a grey area. Right? Well, what is actually considered glitchless? You know, like you could argue like some moves. You can say, well, you've done a move there, like a long jump, but you've also exploited something a little bit like a mechanic. Therefore, it shouldn't count. Like you've sort of used a glitch still, even though technically it is. You know, you've done a particular move. If that makes sense.
But still, it's not the same like skipping a level.
Yeah, true. Yes,
like
but it is quite a controversial when discussing any percent and glitchless and stuff like that. But again, it depends on the game and the community that you ask. And tool-assisted speedruns is another realm entirely as well.
But that seems like something that most people generally disapprove of.
Yes. But I quite like tool-assisted speedruns because, oh god,
Ooh.
I got completely destroyed there, but I think...
Okay, you use an item. Definitely use an item.
Yeah, I think I'm okay though. I can manage. I can get out on this run, hopefully. Ah, what's up? I was just thinking. I completely skipped that quickly. You, me, and Undyne should all hang out sometime. I think you'd make great pals. Let's meet up at our house later. Go away, Papyrus. I'm busy.
Oh no!
Ah! Right, I can use an item now. Oh no, I can run. She hasn't changed me back.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Ah! Sans, help! No. Run. Ooh.
Armor, so hot, but I can't give up.
Because she's a fish after all, and she's like way out of her depth.
Yeah.
And I wonder how she lost her eye as well, because she wears an eye patch. Must mean she's lost an eye, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder how that happened. I don't know whether that's explained ever in the game. I don't know.
Well, maybe in Deltarune? I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, that game is not fully out yet. It's only the first.
Yeah,
chapter has been
but
released
yes,
so far, so.
it's a little. It's like a sort of like a demo sort of thing. But I'll once we get to that after Undertale, of course, we'll discuss that. But again, I don't want to spoil anything because you'll be playing that blind practically. So you haven't seen any videos of it, have you? So
No.
It's best, like with Undertale, like, as you've played it on your channel. It's best experienced if you've haven't seen anybody else play it or anything like that. Save the game again. Even though I already did it, I didn't really need to do that. I saved it twice just to be sure. Kind of creepy. It's kind of like the Truman Show, isn't it? Like you're being watched.
It's too dark to see near the walls. It's too dark to see near the walls.
Yeah, I don't think I can see anything like while it's like this. Dr. Alpheus. Oh,
I just realized she looks like Lisa Simpson.
She does, doesn't she? Would she have like a Lisa Simpson type voice? I don't know.
If one of us knew how to imitate Lisa Simpson's voice, then I guess we could do it. But
like, most people tend to give her like stuffed nose sort of. Hey, I'm Alpheus sort of voice.
Oh my God! I didn't expect you to show up so soon. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Carry on with it. Let's do it.
I haven't showered.
Let's do it.
I'm very dressed. It's all messy and.
A dress? It's a lab coat, isn't it?
Yeah. Hiya. I'm Dr. Alphys. I'm Asgard's royal scientist. But, I'm not one of the bad guys. Actually, since you stepped out of the ruins, I've, been observing your journey through my console. Your fights, your friendships, everything.
So that explains the cameras from earlier. You know, the one beyond the waterfall. She's put them cameras there.
Yep. I was originally going to stop you, but watching someone on a screen really makes you root for them. So, now I want to help you. Using my knowledge, I can easily guide you through Hotland. I know a way right to Asgard's castle, no problem. Well, actually, there's just a tiny issue. A long time ago, I made a robot named Metaton. Originally, I built him to be an entertainment robot. You know, like a robotic TV star or something. Anyway, recently I decided to make him more useful. You know, just some small, anti-human combat features.
Oh, that's helpful. Yeah.
Of course, when I saw you coming, I immediately decided I have to remove these features. Unfortunately, I may have made a teensy mistake while doing so. And now he's unstoppable killing machine with a thirst for human blood. But hopefully we won't run into him. Yeah.
Oh, here he comes.
Did you hear something? Oh no!
Oh no! am I doing the same voice as last time? Okay, well, why not?
Oh, yes! Welcome, beauties!
Okay, I'm doing the bootleg guy off the X Factor. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead.
To today's quiz show! Oh boy! I can already tell it's gonna be a great show! Everyone, give a big hand for our wonderful contestant! Never played before, gorgeous! No problem, it's simple. There's only one rule. Answer correctly, or you die.
Is that the one I'm going with? Okay. Oh, right, okay. Let me think, right, what do I do on this one? No, I don't need to. I'm just... Let's cry.
Screaming is against the rules. Let's start with an easy one. What's the prize for answering correctly?
Oh, yes.
Right, sounds like you get it. The quiz show continues.
I don't know whether you've noticed before, but not a lot of people do. Alphys gives you the answers. A lot of people I've seen in Let's Plays miss that completely. Like, look at the gesture. Like the first 3 or 4 playthroughs of this, I never ever noticed that before. It's so subtle. But Alphys does give the answers, but a lot of people I've noticed still just never notice it. That's how hidden it is. It's so brilliant.
Enough about you. Let's talk about me. What are robots made out of?
And you know, if we compare her to Lisa Simpson, there's this episode of The Simpsons where, like, Maggie is considered to be a genius, but it's only because Lisa subconsciously keeps showing her the answers.
Oh, right. I haven't seen The Simpsons in absolutely ages. It hasn't been, I don't know, like the last few, like I haven't seen it in years, but the last few Simpsons that I watched were never really, they've never been up to par like, compared to like a lot of the older ones.
Oh, absolutely. I think I stopped watching around season 24, 23.
What season is it now? Like 38 or something stupid? I don't know.
It's like 29th season, something like that.
Oh yeah, just to catch you out.
But anyway, I grew up watching The Simpsons, you know, after school.
Do you prefer Futurama though? I know you're a fan of Bender. He's one of your favourite characters.
Oh yeah.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Yeah. Bite my shiny metal ass.
The bending unit.
And Bender Bending Rodriguez. But yeah, wow. I grew up watching The Simpsons, but I only watched Futurama while I was, I think I was at the university.
Yes.
So I still would say I prefer the early Simpsons, but I was really into Futurama a few years ago.
I think for my money, Futurama is a stronger show. Just in general, I think it seems more tighter. It's like in terms of writing, and I think it's funnier.
Yeah.
And because there's less of it, you don't get sick of it because I think Simpsons has been on far too long. If you ask me, like there's just way too many episodes to catch up with. I mean, there's some really cracking episodes of The Simpsons, but like it's one of those where, it's just like 30 odd seasons now. Like you're still going. Like what have you not done that you haven't done already in the past? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They've done it. They've done everything.
Exactly. But if you compare the first, let's say, 7-8 season to those 7-8 seasons of Futurama, then what would you say is the
I'd still.
what is the better show?
I'd still say Futurama edges it simply because I quite like. I don't know, like I quite like the sci-fi setting of it compared to more contemporary, like America sort of thing. But I don't know whether you agree with that, but I think I think it edges it for me. Because there's less of it, and just in general, it's just it feels stronger overall.
I mean, it's really hard to say because, growing up with something, then nothing can really compare. Nothing can really compete with that.
Yeah. Both are really strong shows, though. But, well, Simpsons was. I wouldn't say it is now, but I think it's just still going because it's sort of like more of an obligation to continue rather than like they've still got anything funny to say and stuff.
Yeah. And it's been on for so long that unfortunately some voice actors passed away.
Oh really? I don't know. I've heard that. Who passed away?
The lady who voiced Bart's teacher.
What's her name? Lady? Is it the old like Principal
Miss
Skinner's mom? Or...
Crabapple.
Oh, her. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Here, I upgraded it for you. It can do texting items. It's got a keychain. I even signed you up for the Underground's #1 social network.
So they must have like some kind of internet underground then. Like if they've got like social media down underground.
Yeah, apparently. Now we're officially friends. I'm going to the bathroom.
Social conversation got a bit too much.
Yeah.
The fridge is filled. Like, yeah, we're going to go off on those certain tangents. Like when we should be narrating, we just talk about The Simpsons. That just happens in these Let's Plays. Just roll with it. Okay. Well, instant noodle. I'll just like help myself to the contents of a fridge. Yep, let's do that. Let's steal some noodles. I might need those later. Accessing some kind of puzzle in Snowdon. Oh. So did she turn it off then? You know that papyrus. Is it connected to that papyrus puzzle then earlier? Then must be. That's what it's saying.
Oh yeah.
And these cameras as well, like, she must have like got them all connected via the internet directly to a computer, otherwise how would they work? They must do. Your Hello Feet are tapping just behind the door. There's some more stuff up here. VHS and DVDs of various cartoons, they're all labelled human history. So it's just all cartoons, basically.
Oh, a comic book.
Oh, a history comic book. Oh, two scantily clad chefs are flinging energy pancakes at each other. This doesn't strike you as very accurate. Scientific books that seem very dusty. So I guess she hasn't read those in a long while then.
Yeah.
Fighting a beautiful alien princess. This doesn't strike you. Yeah, there's loads of flavour text up here. There's just comic books up here, basically, then. Seems dusty. Pink goop drips from a strange machine. That's quite ominous. I wonder what that pink stuff is.
Where does it come from? Because everything is green.
I
but
don't
okay.
know. Full of dirty lab coats and a single clean dress. Letters from many monsters here. Frogget, Snowy, Doggo, they're all unopened. Pink fish on the lampshade, there's no light bulb. An incredible invention. When not in use, the bed folds into an extremely easy to draw box. Or it's just Toby cutting corners for the sake of a joke in a right. We'll let that one slide. It's a promo poster for Metaton's TV premiere. On the flap it says,
Thank you for making my dreams come true.
But let's see what we got here. Boom, 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 boom. Now we're back in the lava town, or Hotland. I think it's Hotland. It's called, I think.
Alpheus updated status. Just realized I didn't watch Undyne fight the human. Alpheus updated status. Well, I know she's unbeatable. I'll ask her about it later.
Oh, she
About it
must
later.
be like using shorthand just for texting.
For now, I gotta call up the human and guide them.
Vulcan strike. Let's encourage him. So he's a little volcano dude. Hey. Whoa!
That's my best.
Oh no! Ah. Vulcan parades around you proudly. There we go. Spare that one nice and quick. 40 gold I got from that.
Gonna call them in a minute. I think this would probably be a nice place to end.
I think
part
so,
3.
yes, as well. We're now in Hotland. How long have we been recording for? I can't see the timer. Like, mine's beyond.
About an hour, I would say.
About an hour? Okay, fair enough. We're in Hotland. Thank you for joining us for part 3. Hope you join us again for part 4. Otherwise, why have you wasted 3.5 hours just to stop halfway? Anyway, see you next time.
Bye.